The Rams are the favorite to be in that game and win it all, marking the first time they have been the preseason Super Bowl favorites in at least 20 years. They have plus 550 odds at DraftKings, with the Bills and Ravens having the next shortest odds at 10-1. So, are you buying, CC, that the Rams are the overwhelming favorite to win the Super Bowl?
Hell no. Last 30 years in the NFL, the preseason favorite hasn't, you're only talking about 4 of them winning the actual championship. And those 4 teams, their quarterbacks, Tom Brady, done it twice, Peyton Manning, Hall of Famer, and Patrick Mahomes, future Hall of Famer. I can't assign that level of success to them just based on what we've seen from the trends, because we know when you have that preseason favorite moniker, everybody is circling you on their schedule. You got a target on your back. It's a very different thing being the hunted versus the hunter. Other thing I'll say is this. They will have a 39-year-old quarterback by the time Super Bowl 61 kicks off. Only 2 quarterbacks have won the Super Bowl age 39 or older. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Not sure I'm putting Matthew Stafford in that bucket. There's that. Also, you have to consider the fact that you've got some serious off-the-field issues with your wide receiver in Puka Nacua and your left tackle in Alaric Jackson. We heard from Adam Schefter earlier this week on the Pat McAfee Show. He said that the league is discussing potential discipline for both of those guys, and the latter could potentially be a repeat offender when it comes to violating the personal conduct policy. You got a top-heavy roster, 10 guys taking up over 60% of your salary cap. So anytime you start talking about the distribution with your cap being that way, injuries disproportionately affect you. And then, of course, there is the team chemistry of it all. You're asking guys that are coming from different places to play significant roles on your team, specifically your defense. How is that going to meld on the fly? Those are all considerations, and that's why I say there's a lot of variables when it comes to where this Rams season can go, and I don't think that they should be the overwhelming favorites like the Vegas odds suggest they should.
Well, the way you just placed all of that, CC, I actually agree with you. I mean, you have concise and you have the great structure. You went through it great. It was.
Don't set me up for the fall. I already know how you get down. We sat next to each other in the Ravens locker room. I know you, bro.
I know you too.
Don't play them games with me.
No, I believe you did a great job. The thesis is phenomenal. A+.
Okay.
I love it. And I'm sitting here, you are convincing me as well. And I'm going, I agree. Yes, they need chemistry. Myles Garrett, he is the hunter. You don't need to be acclimated to the sunshine and the glitz and the glamour when you have geographically in. Let me taper my Cleveland affection, because I just was in Cleveland honoring, right, in Canton, some Hall of Famers.
I got you.
Cleveland ain't a destination place, even though I can drive from Charlotte all the way up there, right, up 77. But Myles Garrett, he don't need to adjust. He knows how to play football. He's done it over and over in a less attractive place in Cleveland with less.
You know where we haven't seen Myles Garrett play productive football?
Where?
In the playoffs.
Oh, he ain't been in the playoffs a lot.
My point exactly. You're making my point.
But he hasn't been in the playoffs a lot, not because of him. It's because what he has been around for a very long time. If we're talking about Joe Burrow is going to get tired of not having things, then Myles Garrett now has gotten his wish. And then you got it so much that you have Aaron Donald coming out of retirement. How effective will he be? He'd be just effective enough that enough people at the A and B gap will fear him to be able to give him some one-on-one setup situation. Then they got McDuffie, who's a very physical guy. I get what you're saying, and yes, on paper, you are 100% right.
Yeah.
But we also know, also on paper, we're not including the great coaching staff that the Los Angeles Rams have done with a lot less talent. Just because a guy is of age that people generally don't perform well, he still has been performing well, named Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
Kevin Clark.
CC, great arguments. I disagree with basically everything you said.
I know you do.
So let's start here. You said, the Hall of Fame, the list of Hall of Famers. Matthew Stafford is a future Hall of Famer. He's going to Canton.
He's not Peyton Manning. He's not Tom Brady.
I understand
He's not even Patrick Mahomes. So let's chill out.
But he's Matthew Stafford.
But he's Matthew Stafford, and everybody right now who calls defensive plays or plays defense is scared of Matthew Stafford.
Should be.
And the way he's able to manipulate defenses on a play-to-play basis.
Okay.
You mentioned the top-heavy roster. I agree in theory, but also that undersells some of the young talent on this team. Your Braden Fisks, your Cam Kitchens, the bunch of guys on the D-line who were there before.
Keep preaching.
Yeah, I mean, you just think about Trent McDuffie, Stafford, Puka. We're going to know about this, but Byron Young, Kobe Turner, they're consistently good. You were able to trade Jared Verse and still have a really deep defensive line behind it. So you mentioned the coaching. It's really good. Sean McVay is a top 5 coach in this league. Sometimes when there are super teams in this league, it's undone by a Freddie Kitchens. It's undone by somebody who's not there to carry the torch relative to what the talent looks like. Sean McVay is not going to do that. And I just look around the league and I see a bunch of incomplete teams, CC. This is the complete team. Everybody else is incomplete. We mentioned the Bengals earlier, right? Coaching questions with the Bills and the Ravens. There's so many. The Chargers look great until the games start. There's so many questions. There are no questions with the Rams.
Well,